All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the February 24th meeting of the Garden Grove City Council. Madam Clerk, will you please call roll?
Councilmember Nguyen? Here. Councilmember Tran?
Here.
Councilmember Jovin?
Present.
Councilmember Muñetón?
Here.
Councilmember Aristegui?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Brightigam?
Here.
And Mayor Klopfenstein.
Here. That will take us into invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Our police chief, Amir Afara, will be leading us in the invocation. And if I could ask Councilmember Cindy Tran to lead us in the pledge.
Please prepare yourself according to your faith. Our Father in heaven, we are grateful for the many blessings Thou hast bestowed upon our community. We are grateful for the strength and discernment You bestow upon us as we seek and stay on the path of righteousness. We are grateful for our city leadership and their tireless efforts and devotion to their community. We ask that Thou will bless them with respect, wisdom, and selflessness. We also ask that Thou will bless our military who are serving abroad and watch over them as they protect our liberties and freedoms. And we ask that Thou will bless all first responders across this nation, that they are able to return home to their families. Bless our community to know that they are safe and secure. And we say these things humbly in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Have your hand over your chest, face the flag, and repeat after me.
All right, that takes us into presentations. I'm sorry, nope, I'm turning it over to the Housing Authority, aren't I? All right, at this time, we will move to the Housing Authority, and I will turn it over to Chair Muñetón.
Will the clerk, city clerk, please take roll?
Commissioner Aristegui?
Here.
Commissioner Brightigam? Commissioner Jovin?
Present.
Commissioner Klopfenstein?
Here.
Commissioner Philip Nguyen?
Here.
Commissioner Tan Nguyen?
Yep.
Vice Chair Tran?
Here.
And Chair Muñetón?
Here.
And Commissioner Beckles is absent.
We will now open oral communication. Has the city clerk received any speaker cards for the Housing Authority?
Chair, we have not received any speaker cards for the Housing Authority.
We will continue to consent items 1 through 2, which will be enacted simultaneously with one motion unless a commissioner would like to pull an item.
Second.
Awesome, thank you. With that being said, we are now into matters, sorry. Can you take roll, please?
Commissioner Aristegui?
Yes.
Commissioner Brightigam?
Yes.
Commissioner Dovin?
Aye.
Commissioner Klopfenstein?
Yes.
Commissioner Philip Nguyen?
Yes.
Commissioner Tan Nguyen?
Yes.
Vice Chair Tran?
Yes.
And Chair Muñetón?
Yes.
Motion received, 8 yes votes.
We are now into matters. Are there any matters from commissioners or the director? We will now adjourn the Housing Authority meeting and return to the City Council meeting.
Great, thank you very much. All right, now we're going to move into presentations. And item number 1.
This evening, item number 1 is Pet at the Podium by Orange County Humane Society, showcasing their pet adoption program. And we have Animal Control Officer Dominguez here. And our pet of the day.
Who do we have?
Oh. Hello, good evening. For our pet at the podium today, we have Justice. Justice was found, she is a stray. She was found running at large on Palma Vista, and she unfortunately has been with us for about a year, just over a year. She was found in January of last year, and she's super sweet. She is microchipped, but unfortunately her chip was not up to date, and so we were unable to contact her current owner, which is very important for everyone to keep their dogs microchip up to date so that if anything like that happens, we can reunite reunite them back to their home. So Holly has been fostering Justice for some time now, and she will go ahead and let you guys know all about her and her character, and she's just super happy to be here. She's just
She
super,
is happy.
she's
She
very
looks it.
She's
She's
very
very
happy. She was very excited in the car on the way here. She likes to go to Dog Beach, and when she goes in the car, she thinks she's going to Dog Beach. So she is friendly with other dogs. She's pretty good on a leash. She's crate trained, potty trained, pretty quiet. She does let you know if someone's at the door. She will let you know. And she is already spayed, microchipped. The information would just have to be updated into the new owner's name. But she's a lot of fun. She loves toys. I was only gonna take her home for Christmas Eve and the next night. And when I saw how happy she was at my house, I could not take her back. So she's currently with me and she's doing great, but she needs a permanent home. She needs her own family. So if anybody's interested, call Orange County Humane Society. This is Justice. She's almost 3 years old and she's super fun. A lot of fun and a lot of personality.
Looks like she has a good temperament. So the information is on our city website as well. So if anyone in the community is interested in adopting this precious pup, we appreciate you coming in and showcasing her tonight. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Let's get her adopted. All right, before we move into presentation item 2, I need to pull item number 4 from the consent calendar.
Second.
Okay, call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
And that takes us into presentation item number 2.
Excuse me. Item number 2 is a community spotlight in recognition of the 50th anniversary of the Garden Grove Housing Authority. And City Manager Lisa Kim will provide that community spotlight.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good evening. The Garden Grove City Council is pleased to recognize and celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Garden Grove Housing Authority with the Housing Authority leadership team, including Tiana Pai, Valerie Hernandez, Quang Nguyen, Vi Ho, and Tina Nguyen. Please come forward. For 50 years, For 50 years, the Housing Authority has worked to ensure the safe, decent, and sanitary housing is available to low-income individuals and families residing in Garden Grove. Since its founding, the Housing Authority has issued more than 2,300 Housing Choice, Emergency, and Mainstream vouchers to qualifying residents and maintains a voucher utilization rate of over 95%. The Housing Authority administers approximately $40 million annually through their U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, supporting housing assistance program that serve thousands of residents throughout Garden Grove. The impact of this work is reflected in the thousands of seniors, individuals with disabilities, and working families who rely on the Housing Authority for stability and support. Over the past 5 decades, the Garden Grove Housing Authority has also been recognized at a local, state, and federal levels for its leadership and commitment to affordable housing, including recognition from the U.S. House of Representatives, the California State Senate, and the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The Housing Authority's lasting success would not be possible without the dedication of its staff and community partners who serve Garden Grove residents every day. Through their continued commitment, the Garden Grove Housing Authority remains focused on helping families find stability and a brighter future. And that concludes our remarks, and Mayor and Council.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations again. Thank you all so much for your diligence and hard work to such an important part of our city. Thank you. Yes, of course.
Yeah, I just want to tout staff and in particular the Housing Authority and the tremendous work you guys do day in, day out. It's really apparent. And I know a lot of direction came from the previous councils and stuff, but I was so proud that our housing authority, the Garden Grove Housing Authority, was the first housing authority to be able to claim we had no veterans on our rolls anymore. We prioritized veterans, and to have no veterans on that list was quite an accomplishment. And I'm really proud of the work you guys did to do that. I know Denny came out of retirement. Where is he? He was here. There he is, way in the back. Okay. Came out of retirement to come enjoy, but you know, you guys really have done, and you're kind of like the unsung heroes. You don't get a lot of kudos. You don't get a lot of accolades. You do all that diligent work behind the scenes, and I just want to make sure that you guys are properly highlighted, and thank you for everything you do for our community.
I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you too. From the day one, when I have questions, and of course Danny over there helping out. But sometimes it's very complex, related to housing. And just want to say thank you to the director and everybody try to help our residents when they have, that 10 plus years ago and they don't remember anything and if where they live and which housing that they apply for. And you guys took the time to call and try to make the connection with Vietnamese speaker and etc. So just want to say thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, with that, that takes us to presentation number 3.
Presentation number 3 is a community spotlight in recognition of the Community Action Partnership of Orange County's Food Bank's efforts to end hunger in Garden Grove and beyond. And Assistant City Manager Ursula Luna Reynosa will provide that community spotlight.
Community Action Partnership of Orange County Food Bank in recognition of 60 years serving the Garden Grove community and beyond. So would Mark Laurie, the director of the OC Food Bank, please come forward?
Hey, Mark.
For 6 decades, the OC Food Bank has united communities in the fight against hunger, working alongside hundreds of local charities, schools, and nonprofit partners to ensure families have had access to nutritious food when they need it most. Each month, the organization helps serve more than 360,000 individuals across Orange County and distributes millions of pounds of food each year to families, seniors, and individuals facing food insecurity. The OC Food Bank not only distributes food, but also provides stability and support for families and individuals during challenging times. Through programs such as the Senior Food Box Program, Farm to Family, the Giving Farm, the Diaper Bank, the Nutrition Education Initiatives, the organization continues to meet the evolving needs of the community while promoting long-term health and wellness. From partnering with more than 230 hunger-fighting agencies to engaging volunteers, students, and donors across the region, the OC Food Bank has built a network rooted in compassion, collaboration, and service. For more than half a century, the OC Food Bank has stood as a trusted partner in the effort to reduce hunger and strengthen communities throughout Orange County. At this time, the Mayor and City Council would like to present Mark Laurie the Crystal Award honoring the Community Action Partnership of Orange County Food Bank for 60 years of life-changing impact and dedicated service to the Garden Grove community and beyond. Thank you.
A Catholic Mark.
Congratulations, Mark.
Oh, wait. Oh, of course, yeah, certainly, thank you. So you've heard some of the numbers. We handed out 29 million pounds of food last year. But that was the help of 18,000 volunteers, our 230 partner organizations, and then thousands of food and financial donors. A number of you have been at the food bank. Some of you have volunteered since junior high at the food bank, other with their families years before they ever became the mayor. We've been able to help support some local council members that have had resource fairs as well. So we've been proud to call the City of Garden Grove home for the last 23 years. We have 50 staff in the food bank, 150 staff throughout the agency, but again, 18,000 volunteers. The overwhelming amount of the service that we provide in the community is provided by volunteers. Where closest intersection would be Chapman and Monarch, Beach and Chapman. So for anybody that would like to volunteer, we're there Monday through Friday, 2 shifts of volunteers, 200 volunteers every Saturday. So we welcome people to come and experience the food bank and contribute to our good work as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. I just want to say something really quick. Thank you so much for having us. When we came, we got the great welcome, and we were able to support the community. But I started with food bank when I was many years ago with the youth group, and so every year we had the event to support the community, and so we had it with food bank. But one thing I want to mention today is that when I reach out to you about other nonprofit group that need help, you were able to open and give us the support, give us the schedule. So for the residents that need help, they know where to go. And also you work with the local nonprofit group to make it happen. So thank you so much. And you also do that on the holiday when everybody, go home and relax. But you make it memorable for the people that want to do something good. On, for example, the Black History Month, right? We was there, the mayor was there. And so I just want to say thank you to you and your staff.
Thank you. Oh, sure.
And I just want to echo Councilwoman Tran's sentiments. It's really great, especially having you in the first district over there in the West End. And over the years, we've seen the good works that have been done by the food bank, and we've had the Scouts there for different things over the years. We've had Girl Scouts there too. We had before they merged or whatever, but the different school athletics teams and stuff out there, volunteering and trying to support. And so it's just really great to see the community come and put that effort in and go to such a good cause to, feed hungry people. What can be a better cause? So anyway, thank you for everything you guys do.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, that's the end of our presentations. Before we move into oral communication, I'd like to move to continue item 11 to a future city council meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Please call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Okay, thank you very much. And with that, we will head into oral communication. Do we have pink cards this evening, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we do. First speaker is Stephen McIntosh.
Hello everyone. I'm returning this week after having just heard that we're going to continue item 11. I don't have a lot to say other than that I just want to reiterate that I appreciate everything that the council is doing, and that that this is an issue that is critically important to me and others in the community that deal with chronic pain and other health issues. And the only thing I would like to add is that I've been told, figure this out with your doctor. Well, I've been seeing my doctor. I mean, I had a heart attack when I was 27 years old, and I'm 42 now. I flatlined, hit the ground, done for over 4 minutes. I take a large number of medications that have to be carefully balanced and maintained. So I am doing everything I can to work through my doctor for all of my health issues. Unfortunately, my pain medication, like many pain patients, was stopped against my will in 2018. And since then, I have worked with what they will give me, so it helps a little bit, trying over-the-counter options, many of which are completely inappropriate for someone with my health conditions, So much so that some of them are actually in my chart to warn other ER doctors, do not give this to him per cardiology. I also received my health insurance through my wife, through her employer. So I don't have a lot of choice about which health insurance I get. I can't just decide to go get other insurance. It costs me more than what little bit I do make through disability every month. I'd be negative before I even pay for my medications, which cost just about what I get every month. So this is not something that the people that depend on it can very easily pivot to other options. So I just would, again, strongly encourage you to continue to consider that what making this treatment unavailable to local residents would do to people who are doing nothing wrong, who don't want to get high, who don't want to be impaired, who want to just do the things that many of us take for granted every day. Some of them are which more farly profoundly disabled than I am. And again, I just had a root canal about 2 hours ago, so I sound a little off, that's why. But anyway, I'll yield the rest of my time, and again, I do appreciate the consideration that everyone has put forward.
Thank you.
Next, we have Ryan Sherman.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the council. I'm Ryan Sherman. I'm with the California Narcotic Officers Association. We're here also on behalf of our association to represent our views on the 70H and Kratom issue that was pulled for tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to come back at a future time and have more of a discussion. I just wanted to briefly provide you guys with a few notes from our association. On behalf of the CNOA, we're here to express our strong support for prohibiting the sale and distribution of concentrated synthetic 7-hydroxymetragenine and regulating natural kratom in Garden Grove. 7-OH is a psychoactive component in kratom leaves, which exists in very minute levels in nature. But it's being synthetically concentrated in various products that are sold in gas stations, smoke shops, online, and other retail establishments throughout the city. High doses of concentrated synthetic 7-OH and are co-used with alcohol and other sedatives can cause severe respiratory depression and death. There have been a number of deaths reported in LA County as a result. They're unregulated, and so many contain unknown concentrations of these synthetic concentrated levels of 7-OH. We've been going around the state meeting with council members and boards of supervisors for the last few months, sharing our perspective and helping local governments pass their ordinances to address this issue. We worked with the County of Orange, with Supervisor Nguyen and Supervisor Foley, and we were able to work with them to get that passed there. We did the same thing in Orange County, in Riverside County, Fresno County, and a bunch of other cities throughout Orange County and Riverside and in the Central Valley. So just be here to be a resource. If there's any questions that you guys have, I'd love to be able to meet with you, talk to you about it. We're not looking to criminalize these products. We just want them to no longer be sold. However you guys want to decide to move forward. It doesn't have to be a criminal penalty. In fact, many cities that we've worked with, including the County of Fresno, there's no criminal violation at all. It's just a business violation, and they're subject to a fine. So we're not going after, especially the people that are using these products for pain. We kind of view them as almost victims because they're becoming addicted to this substance, which is made to be addictive. That's why it's concentrated, that's why it's synthesized, and it gets right into the bloodstream. So for those reasons, we're supportive of your efforts to ban 7-OH if that's what you choose to do, and regulate kratom for people 21 and over. And like I said, if there's anything else we can provide you with information, be happy to do so.
Thank you.
Next, we have Kyle Mason.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. Well, I was here 2 weeks ago. I put a card in, but I didn't speak. And I decided I'd try to give it some more time and pray and hope that y'all would get together and put a fence in over that riverbed. Apparently, it's not going to happen. So we're going to have to start teaching karate lessons, and we got a lot more gang members that are coming around our neighborhood. You know, I would appreciate if you guys would put a squad car at 12851 Gilbert Street. That's the gray building where Walmart Way dead ends into Gilbert. That's where they're coming over the wall. And right next to it, the Social Security, when the Social Security place isn't open, they make encampments on the weekend. And the security guard happens to be one of my students, and he's constantly on Monday having to pick up human feces by the doors and stuff. And is there any way that we could get the police to start coming around the area more? And then next to that, where the riverbed is, they have that where the cars are, and they're constantly stealing the, well, I don't know what they're stealing over there, but I know that those cameras with the thing saying you're being recorded is constantly going off. But this last week, I'll tell you what, the other day, you should have seen when it poured down rain. Well, you don't need to have 7 trucks haul it all out. It's already at the beach. I mean, it's just unreal how fast the rain can clear it all out, and yet they're back down there again today. So we've got to do something about getting a gate down there to cover that hallway. And the same with the animal hospital on the very corner right there. You got to either close them down or make them let their customers use the bathroom. I live directly behind it, and I'm sick and tired of watching people go to the bathroom outside my bedroom window. Okay? They say they won't let us use the bathroom. Why? And the parking, they don't even let their members know that they got a parking lot across the street. You ought to see how crazy it is during the week. We can't even get our garbage trucks to go through the alley to dump our dumpsters because of the way the parking are. It says no parking in the alley. Does that mean anything? Our laws? I guess it doesn't matter, huh? But when you call the police, it doesn't seem to work. It takes forever for them to get out there. They're busy. But I'd like to get at 12851 Gilbert Street, if they could put a squad car and just park one in the parking lot over there. That might deter a little bit and help out some. And like I said, and just start cruising around in the area with Social Security and where the Walmart is and the riverbed. Are they going to put up a fence? Are they going to clear that area out? Anyway, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Joel Silverthorne.
How you doing, City Council? Thank you very much for hearing me. I appreciate it. I was nervous last time, so I made a prepared speech, if it's all right. The apparent concerns about nitrous oxide and kratom, thank you for taking this up. Only the special interests and the largest corporations are going to argue against not letting it get into their profits. The distributors, everybody already knows it's sweeping across the country, the regulations that are saving people's lives. The lawsuits are well on their way. Lawyers are advertising everywhere on how fast they can sue dealers and smoke shops. Please don't let this chance go by for Garden Grove, that we can keep this regulated. I know you want to save lives. It's not someone you know. It'll be someone who will be known in the news because the policeman will be at the accident scene. The professional medical treatment, kratom can cause dependence and withdrawal. Experts recommend seeking professional medical supervision for tapering rather than self-medicating with other substances. But so the FDA position on kratom is that it warns against the use of kratom for medical treatment due to safety. Thank you, but the nitrous oxide, I had a person, we're at the senior center, and I walked, the strong will kind of take a look out for the week. Before the security guards started coming there, I would walk down the stairs in the parking garage in the back because some homeless will occasionally be there. They're not bothering anybody. They're not doing anything illegal. I'm not going to say anything, but if they're doing something they're not supposed to, that's something else. There was a young 20-year-old man, 20-year-old boy, sitting on the steps, not bothering anybody. No senior's going to use that steps. But as I come up and say, hi, how you doing? He puts the nitrous oxide back in his backpack. And any seniors there see that, that makes them cry. That a 20-year-old's going to get hooked on that. We don't want that to happen. We don't want it to the kids, and I appreciate very much you taking this up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Mayor, that concludes all the speaker cards received.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Madam Clerk. Okay, with that, we'll conclude oral communication. We will now recess and head to other legislative bodies. Madam Clerk, please call successor agency roll.
Member Brightingham.
Here.
Member Nguyen. Here. Member Tran.
Here.
Member Dovin.
Present.
Member Aristegui.
Here.
Vice Chair Muñetón.
Here.
And Chair Klopfenstein.
Here. We've already held oral communication, so that moves us into our consent items. We have receive and file. I'll entertain a motion.
Move.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Call for the vote.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Any matters from members? Okay, seeing none, we will adjourn and head to sanitary district. And please call roll.
Member Brightingham.
Here.
Member Nguyen.
Yeah.
Member Dovin.
Present.
Member Muñetón.
Here.
Member Aristegui.
Here.
Vice President Tran.
Here.
And President Klopfenstein.
Here. We also have 2 consent items on this calendar. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
Thank you. Any matters from members? All right, seeing none, we will adjourn and head back to our city council. That takes us on to the consent calendar. We've already moved item number 4, so that leaves the balance 5 through 10, unless one of my colleagues would like to pull an item before we vote.
Mayor, I would like to pull number 5.
Okay,
Balance.
Second.
call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, item number 5.
Yes, number 5 is a proclamation for March as Women History Month. I have a lot of women in my life that I think amazing that paved the way for us. You know, beside that, I'm part of the Garden Grove Women Club, Society of Women Engineer, Women in Defense, etc. So I just want to take the opportunity to read the proclamation. May I?
Please.
March a Women History Month, whereas in 1987, Congress declared March a National Women's History Month in perpetuity. Since 1995, a special presidential proclamation has been issued annually which honor the extraordinary achievement of American women. Whereas the 2026 theme for Women's History Month is Leading the Change, Women Shaping a Sustainable Future. This theme honors the women who are leading sustainability efforts across environmental, economic, educational, and social justice movements. Whereas, throughout history, women have paved the way and demonstrated extraordinary leadership as educator, entrepreneur, doctor, scientist, public servant, military members, and more. Whereas the courageous and powerful mother, daughter, sister, and wives who fought for the ratification of the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution on August 18, 1920, deserve special recognition. Whereas California was the 18th state to ratify the 19th Amendment on November 1st, 1919. Whereas California women gained the right to vote in 1911 with the passage of Amendment 8 to the state constitution, almost a full decade before women vote nationally. And whereas the women of Garden Grove, past and present, have served as community builder whose tireless contributions have strengthened the fabric and well-being of this community, and inspire future generation of leaders in Garden Grove and beyond. Now, therefore, the Garden Grove City Council does hereby proclaim the month of March 2026 as Women's History Month in Garden Grove, February 24, 2026.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Appreciate you reading that tonight, and I'm sure that's a motion.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, that moves us into items for consideration. We've pulled item 11, so we're on to item 12.
Item 12 this evening is introduction and first reading of an ordinance entitled An Ordinance of the City Council of the City of Garden Grove, adding Chapter 6.50 to Title 6 of the Garden Grove Municipal Code, restricting the sale and distribution of nitrous oxide products. This item was continued from the February 10th, 2026 City Council meeting, and City Attorney Sandoval will provide the report.
Yes, Mayor, members of the City Council. So the proposed ordinance will actually prohibit the sale of nitrous oxide products with various exceptions that are recognized by state law and also that are used in commerce. The exceptions would be if they're contained wholly within a food product. Whipping cream is an example. For automotive purposes, it is used. Although the automotive purposes, the nitrous oxide used for those are much different than what you find on the stores, right? For medical or dental use, as dispensed by pharmacists, and those would be the exceptions. Any other type of sale of nitrous oxide would be prohibited in our city. And if you look at we have attachments of photos of some of the nitrous oxide that we have found in smoke shops and other liquor stores in the city. You will notice that for whatever reason they have different flavors, like grape and strawberry. Not sure why you would want to purchase flavored nitrous oxide, but it's just an example of the type of products that we're finding out there. They appear to be geared towards children. And I say that from experience. When my children were ill, they wouldn't take the medicine unless they had some nice flavor. And then they would beg for the medicine, particularly bubble gum. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
Thank you very much, City Attorney Sandoval. Colleagues, comments, questions?
A little sugar helps the medicine go down. Right?
Motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion. I honestly think that we're looking at a no-brainer here. I guess, when I look at nitrous oxide in the automotive industry, I would prefer to ban that too, because it's basically used to make cars go fast, and we all seen Fast and Furious and what that does to cars. But so I would even go beyond this if I could, but this is a good start, and so I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All right. Any other comments, colleagues, questions? Okay. With that, I have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please. I think we're going to have to do a roll call vote. Councilmember Tran's screen went black.
Sure. We can do that. Start with Councilmember Nguyen.
Yes.
Councilmember Tran.
Yes.
Councilmember Dovin.
Aye.
Councilmember Muñetón.
Yes.
Councilmember Adestegi.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Brightingham.
Yes.
And Mayor Klopfenstein.
Yes.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
While we're dealing with this, we'll carry on into matters. We do have an item, number 13.
Item 13 is discussion on a proposed street name change as requested by Councilmember Dovin.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. Tonight, staff is presenting information and research we conducted as it relates to a request by Councilmember Dovin and concurrence with the council relating to a potential naming and or renaming and or additional naming of Trailer Way. I'll need Rod to help me after he assists Councilmember Tran with some exhibits that will provide for ease of reference for the council. Exhibit A, once it's shown on the screen, depicts Trailer Way, located south of the 22 freeway and intersects Brookhurst. And so, as council will note, that is Trailer Way. And the next slide is Exhibit B, which highlights if the council directs staff to advance renaming of Trailer Way. There are approximately 32 residential properties on the street that would be affected, and we wanted to illustrate that for ease of reference. And if there is the process to rename a street starts first with direction provided to city staff, and then staff will advance a petition to the residential property owners that are directly affected. And the goal is to achieve a majority of resident support for the requested name change. And ultimately, we would advance that to the Planning Commission by resolution and a recommendation ultimately to the City Council for approval. We did also explore an alternative. Obviously, we're doing research and we wanted to share all this information with the council. Exhibit C depicts Mansour, which is a city-owned alley located behind a shopping center. And so that is currently, there are no immediate addresses that would be affected. And if the council so chooses, we could also explore potential renaming of the city alley as an option available to the council. The other discussion that the council had also directed staff is potentially renaming or adding naming of Trailer Way, and we have provided a AI does so many amazing things for us today, and we modeled a potential illustrative naming by adding the requested name of Freedom Way, Trudeau, and Libertad for illustration purposes. If the council so directs staff to explore this alternative, this would not be a renaming of the street and would not directly affect residential properties on Trailer Way, as this would ultimately be direction from the council to proceed with this as a possible alternative. At the end of the day, I still need to touch base with our Public Works Department. Obviously, the street signal sign was designed for a certain wind load when you add additional signage on the sign arm, and so additional research will need to be conducted if the additional plaque sign is added above Trailer Way, if it could be supported. So that would be additional research that we would need to conduct. At this point, this concludes my research and information we wanted to share with the council, and available for any questions you may have. And we can return back to Exhibit A, which is the overall aerial of Trailer Way for discussion.
Thank you very much for that. Yes, City Council Member.
Thank you, City Manager. I'm just going to brief the rest of the council and mayor on my intentions originally is just to envision a additional sign, so not necessarily have to be a renaming. Thus, the alternative is welcomed from my point of view to have a street name, Freedom. Tự do is the way it's pronounced with a T-U, and I would have the diacritical marks to make it culturally relevant. There's a U with a hook on top and a period below. There are diacritical marks to pronounce the word tự do, which is a soft D sound. It's spelled perfectly. It's just please add the diacritical marks if we end up hanging the signs there. And I'd like it to be sized appropriately, engineered so that it would be able to withstand any shear or wind. But it will be on both sides. So you can see it from the north going south, and you can also see it from the south going north, just like any street signs. So it'll be bi-directional. Also, the exploration of the alley there is welcomed. I also proposed a secondary or second naming of that alley if may be in play, which is Công Lý, also justice or justicia. In combinations, just like we did the Freedom. And the reason is we pledge allegiance every night at council meeting with liberty and justice for all. So Liberty, that goes with Justice. If we could have the alley explored as renamed Công Lý or Justice, and Justicia, that would be a secondary proposal on my part. And also, I'd let Councilwoman Cindy Tran speak to Woodbury and how she'd like to move forward with that also. Thank you.
Thank you. So I know that last time when Councilmember Jodovin brought that up, and I would like to have similar thing on the other side just because it's on the same street. And so I don't know how, what the process of requesting that, but if you just have the sign hanging like that, on the other side, we could just do similar thing. There will be no impact to the address of the properties around there.
If I may ask Rod to go to the very last slide, there was some discussion at some of our prior meetings during matters, potentially including Woodbury. We follow kind of the same illustrative sign plaque. If the direction of the council is to add it up both on the Woodbury sign and Trailer Way, obviously it's all science and, wind load and what can we accommodate, but this is just the beginning of getting some additional clarity on what the council would like us to explore further. And so, Councilmember Tran, I hope this accomplishes what you were envisioning, kind of continue with Councilmember Dovin's desire to bring this additional naming forward.
Yeah, definitely. This one will make no impact to changing people address, but also it's so the inclusion, right? You see that Freedom Way, Tự Do and Libertad, that's like for everybody. And I think that just so the love that, we include everyone, and there will be no impact to people how I would love that. Thank you.
I mean, I honestly think it's kismet today because you're talking about justice, and the little dog that was here was Justice, right? So it's like fate or something. But no, when you first brought this up, I thought it's a great idea. The bringing back freedom, bringing back justice. I think it's great. We're not renaming the street. We're not changing any of the addresses for people who are entrenched in their homes and their, just a little sign up, freedom, justice, and very minor impact to the community, but it means so much to so many. So I'm very supportive of this application with the smaller sign on top like that, and think it would do well.
So would the ask this evening, or what we would need to vote on this evening, would be to move forward with sort of the study and research on obviously what it would take to apply this additional signage to Trailer in Woodbury?
That is correct, Madam Mayor.
Did I nutshell that all right? Okay. Would you like to make the motion for that?
Lastly, hopefully, if we could move forward quickly, but Black April is a month that we all celebrate coming to America and finding freedom here. So if we can make it happen by April, that would be great. And also the signage, I would like to have it sized so that it's not too small and not too big, just matches up with the existing signs there. Those are my only requests. Thank you.
We'll do our best.
Public Works has their own sign making.
Yes, I'll make a motion.
And I second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Motion received, 7 yes votes.
All right, very good. With that, we will go around the horn. We'll start in District 6 this evening.
Well, speaking of Kismet, this is one of those years where all of our holidays kind of all ended up on the same week. So we had, of course, Lent, the beginning of Lent. We had Ramadan beginning as well. So what a time of celebration for all of the folks in our community, in our beautiful, diverse community here in Garden Grove. And we really kicked off with all of the celebrations. I know we were all back to back, rushing from one point to another with all of that festivities. Very happy to have spent so much of the weekend with the folks at our Flower Street celebration here on Garden Grove's Main Street. If you guys saw the cool hats that were painted, that was my part. I did my part. So I won't take credit for the ones that had a couple of blotches. I promise I'm a good painter. So I want to thank VSA SoCal, who was one of the organizations that kind of got that event going, and all the other wonderful event sponsors that helped put it together, the wonderful volunteers, the students, all of the great performers, the amazing ladies at the beauty pageant. Oh my God, what an amazing show with designs from Tommy Lee and Jackie Tai. That was just absolutely gorgeous. Also, thank you so much to the students at UVSA for inviting us to that festival. I was there with Mayor Kloffenstein and Councilmember Tran, and we had the opportunity to present them a little certificate there. That is also a tradition that's gone on for a long time. And I hope we get the opportunity to welcome them back in Garden Grove one day. Definitely loved that festival. And we had so many celebrations in our community in various temples and schools. Garden Grove High School, VSA, had their culture night. Walter Intermediate had their Lunar New Year celebration. And at Santiago's first ever Santi Social, which is what they transformed their open house into, a big celebration with current students and alumni. They also celebrated the Lunar New Year there. I was really glad to be able to visit my alma mater and visit all my former teachers. It was wonderful to catch up with them. Thank them, obviously, for all the wonderful contributions that they've had in my life, and that I see them continuing to do with the students that they still teach. Just great time with the community. The other thing that I wanted to bring up is that I'm hoping that in the future we might have the opportunity to invite our friends at the Orange County Mosquito and Vector Control District to come give us an update presentation, especially with regards to the flea-borne typhus issue, because I think that's something that would be very beneficial for all of us to be informed about as council members, as it's becoming more prevalent here in Orange County. I think it would be great if they could come give us a short little presentation just to let us know, and also let our residents know some steps that they can take, because it's obviously we want to keep our families safe, and there's some easy things like making sure that you're putting away your pet's food so you're not attracting outdoor pets, and making sure you kind of try to wipe out your pets when they come back in, so that we try to mitigate the risk of fleas hopping on and off. But just want to make sure that we also get some more detailed information from them about the disease and some of those stats. So hopefully we can communicate with them and have them come visit us. I think that would be really informative for the rest of us. I always get to learn so much at these meetings, and I think it would be a joy to have you guys learn a little bit of that as well. So with that, I'm passing it down.
Good evening, everyone. Just a few items tonight. I had the pleasure of attending a night at the shrine, Lunar New Year edition, hosted by Our Lady of Lavang Foundation at Our Lady of Lavang Shrine at Christ Cathedral. It was nice to see, to attend alongside Councilmember Ariana to celebrate Lunar New Year with so many families and community members. This was a wonderful evening highlighting the culture, pride, and unity in our community. Over the past few weeks, I've had the opportunity to attend many Lunar New Year celebrations across our community. Honestly, too many to list tonight. So instead, I'll give you a very quick recap of ones that stood out. I especially enjoyed the celebration on Flower Street on Main Street because it's right here, local. The celebration hosted by Advanced Beauty College. Even when it rained, it was a great turnout. And of course, the annual Tet Parade in Westminster, which never disappoints. It's been a joyful start to the new year, celebrating with so many residents and families. I also had the pleasure of attending the Santi Social at Santiago High School. As a proud alumnus, it was especially meaningful to go back to campus. It was a wonderful evening connecting the students with students, families, and staff. And I was glad to attend with my family and council member Ariana to support the school community. I also attended the Garden Grove Pony Baseball opening ceremony with the mayor. We made it just in time after rushing over from the Tet Parade. And it was great to see so many young athletes and families out in the field to kick off the season. It's always inspiring to see community come together to support youth sports and celebrate the start of a new year of teamwork and dedication. And on that note, I would like to add that we would recognize the upcoming council meeting to celebrate, I believe, their 65th anniversary as a league. City Manager, if we can make that happen. Awesome, thank you. Lastly, I'd like to recognize Flappy's Wings and Bar on celebrating their 2-year anniversary. Reaching 2 years is no small milestone. According to the U.S. labor statistics, about 20% of businesses close within the first year, and roughly 30% within the first 2 years. So this achievement truly matters. Flappy has proven to be community-oriented, always focused on customers' experience and a real gem in District 5. I am proud to see them to continue to succeed in our city. And with that being said, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor and council members. We are still in the 10 days of debt, so we have a couple more days to go, but we're wrapping it up, and it was a great joy to participate in the Tet Parade, and alongside with Yesenia Muniton and her family, and my family was there, and the mayor's family, and Cindy Chan was there. We missed you, George and Phil, but maybe next year or another time we'll see each other at the parade. But it was very wonderful, and I want to thank Westminster City for putting it on yearly, and everybody in the county comes together, and it was a real joy to celebrate together in the year of the fire horse. And we have events around town. Councilmember Muniton also mentioned Flower Street, very successful, going on the 3rd, 4th year, and hopefully they'll be back next year. And Dead Festival, UVSOA did very well in Golden West College, but if they're welcome to come back to Garden Grove and any other organizations who'd like to put in, now's the time. We're already looking forward to next year. But for now, I think we can pat ourselves on the back and celebrate a very successful Tet Lunar New Year for everybody, in line with that spirit, justice and liberty for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. So we have been attending so many Tet events. I'm not going to repeat all that, but I'm just going to highlight a couple of them. So first, the Flower Street. When I go to other locations or meeting people, they talk about Garden Grove Flower Street. So it become, last time when we have to vote to support, so now you see that what we put in and we support our community, and it be making in a way like a traditional event in Garden Grove City on Main Street, downtown Garden Grove. That feels amazing. And of course, a lot of beautiful flower, and you already mentioned about Jackie Tai with the beautiful outfit. So great job, Flower Street. The second one is the UVSA. I want to say thanks to all the volunteers. Did you know that, and I think they mentioned a couple of times, that it requires a lot of work, but also they lose money, or they work very hard just to make it even. But they have to do it because they want to continue the traditional. And so because of that, every year I try to support. And the last couple of years, I actually make breakfast for them. And so this year, I just want to say thank to my sister for like me drag her in and helping with making the eggs for the student, egg sandwich. Second is, just want to say great job for Garden Grove High School VSA and Bosa Grande for having the Vic culture. That was amazing. Not just that, but Bosa Grande students actually go to different elementary school that they have to perform, the Mulang line dance and different things for the student. So they actually go to different school and do that. So amazing job. Just as overall to support the student, I was able to donate more than 200 the Vietnamese cultural áo dài to Rancho Alamiro, Bosa Grande, Garden Grove High School, and Sunnyside. So just a little thing that I could do to support our, cultural celebration. And two things that I want to bring up is, of course, we talk about the Earth Day. We're gonna try to do the cleanup event. So I'm planning to do one for my district. And then the other one, I just want to say thank to our staff. I think Janet and Son and Matt working with Cal Optima. So Cal Optima have a lot of resources, and I try to bring them to our city. I want them to bring all the resources, all the benefit, all the goodie thing. And so because they are big, and so it takes a lot of effort, and so our staff have been working with them on the day and the time and the location. So thanks to our staff for working hard on that. Hopefully it's gonna be a great event for our residents. I think that, and just the parade. After the parade, I was able to walk around and meet the businesses in my district on that street. Both, it's just kind of like all the way there, and a lot of times people think it's Westminster. But anyway, I was able to meet with many of the businesses there, and they were just so excited about Lunar New Year, so there were no complaining. But yeah, great event, and I'm still celebrating with the traditional áo dài. So thank you. Next to you.
Thank you, Mayor. Last 2 weeks was very exciting, especially for me and most of the Vietnamese community, because the Lunar Year, Tết, and so many events going on, especially I believe for our council is very busy, because everywhere, all the church, all the temple, and all the organization, they all celebrate, and they invited us. And I was very busy. But as my colleagues already went through most all of them, so I just summarized from what I'm, for the main thing that I think I love and want to support more and appreciate, that I did attend the Garden Grove High School district, the High School Student Association. Our mayor was there, and our council was there too. And we having fun. They have a tremendous performance. So I can't remember the time that I was in high school that we did all that. Yeah, look at back and say, wow, they are so young. But I was told my wife, I said, wow, at that time, at that age, we used to be in love and all that. But now I look at them, they were so little kid, So it was very exciting for me. Anyway, and the second thing that I join and support a lot is the Flower Street on the historic Main. I was one of the judges for the beauty pageant. With all the ethnic people were there. The beauty girl was beautiful. I have to say, if it was for me, they all is queen. Yeah. And anyway, so it was exciting. I went through, even it's very cold, but I didn't catch any flu or anything. The event was very powerful in the air. You can see this event bring laughter to all the people from all the ethnicities, come together and celebrate the new year. Also, exciting for me is I visit a couple senior house center where it was fun, entertaining, and cheering up to our senior. I really see a couple hundred of them. To all the senior and the staff to celebrate the new year. Well, by the end, again, I wish you all good health and prosperity in the new year. Thank you.
Well, you're lucky. I never get invited to judge beauty contests. Who do you know? With that being said, a couple things. Every year it comes up after the fact. And people, well, how come I didn't hear about it? Well, I put it on my social media. The city puts it on their website. I'm saying it here on television. And still, I guarantee you, after the fact, I'm going to get emails. How come I didn't hear about this? Okay? So I'm telling you now, if you got little kiddos, excavation's coming up again this year, April 4th. All right? And that they hide the Easter eggs, and they have all these activities for the kids. It's a blast. It's a blast. It sells out every year. You're not going to show up the day of and buy a ticket. Doesn't work that way. You got to go online, get your tickets in advance. If you got 2 or 3 kids, 4, whatever, get those tickets early. Because what's going to happen is the day after, I'm going to get 10 emails. How come I didn't know about this? Well, my kids didn't get to go and this and that. So I'm telling you now, get on the website, city website, order your tickets because they do go fast. Also, Garden Grove Gems. Mayor Klopfenstein and I were both part of the old system where we had to drive around the city and judge houses, and it took forever. It was a big ordeal. Now it's the wonders of technology have improved that process quite dramatically. But if you have a beautiful home or you take pride in your home, you take a picture and you upload it onto the website. And then the rest of the community is going to go on there and vote for the best home in each district. And it's kind of a neat thing. And what's become very coveted is these darn gnomes. The gnomes have been like, everybody wants a gnome. I got one of the most beautiful homes in Garden Grove. You win this gnome. And, I think some people have 2 or 3 of them. It's a big deal if you can get a gnome. That means the rest of the community likes your taste and what you've done with your property and your yard and everything. So anyway, if you have a house and you've been putting some effort into it, into the gardening, into the paint, whatever, you want to be considered, don't forget, go to the city website, upload a photo of your home, current photo, on the Garden Grove Gems platform there. And I think it's from April 1st to the 24th where you can upload your picture. And then until mid-March, the rest of the community will go in and vote. And I think you get 1 vote for IP address per district. So it's pretty neat. So a lot easier than having judges drive around the city and clipboards, and it's much easier. Republic Services bulky item. There's people love-hate relationships with the Republic. There's people that love Republic, they hate them. But the nice thing about Republic in Garden Grove is every resident of this city gets 3 free bulky item pickups a year. So if you've got an old mattress, a couch, something, a refrigerator, something that you're going to throw away, you don't need to sneak off in the middle of the night and dump it behind a old grocery store or something. That's actually more work. All you got to do is take it out to your front porch and call them and say, come get this thing. Okay, and they pick it up for free. There's no charge, so there's no need to go pollute your community and throw garbage in the dumpsters and all this stuff in the middle of the night. It's free. Just call them and say, and I think you can have up to 10 items per pickup. So if you have, a microwave, an oven, a couch, or you get 10 big items per pickup 3 times a year. And that's on top of the community cleanup pickups that we do in every district. So please think about your community. It's actually more work to go and pollute your neighborhood because you have to load that and go sneak it off somewhere. You don't need to do that. Just make a quick phone call, they come and get it. So please remember, bulky item pickup, call Republic Services, they'll come get it for you. And then lastly, on one of my ancillary duties, I'm on the Southern California Edison Government Advisory Panel. And we meet quarterly, and you know, my job is to relay the concerns of our community to Edison and their staff, Southern California Edison. And so, you know, I know we don't advertise these ancillary duties that a lot of us end up doing a lot, but I really want to hear your guys' opinions, comments, thoughts on Edison. If you can send me an email, it really helps me to be armed with what the community expectations, disappointments, all that stuff when I'm dealing with Edison at this government board. So I am asking if you have positive comments, negative comments, whatever kind of comments, please fire me off an email, just let me know. That way I can adequately represent your interests. And with that being said, that's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you, colleagues, so much for sharing all about the TED events and everything, the ways we celebrated Lunar New Year. It's been a very busy but very fulfilling month. Lots of fun, and it's been great to share in all of that with all of you, so thank you. I just want to make mention that Mayor's Prayer Breakfast is this Thursday. I'm excited to hold this event and bring the community together, and we have a keynote speaker, which is our Garden Grove Police Department chaplain, Pastor James Scheller, so looking forward to his message very much. Bright and early Thursday morning. It should be a very, very good time. And with that, we will turn to the city manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the City Council. I have no items to highlight tonight. Thank you.
All right, we'll move to our city attorney.
Nothing from me either. Thank you.
Okay, sounds good. And with that, we're adjourned.